Hi guys, and welcome back to Love's YouTube channel. I'm Aura, and today I will be doing this amazing rose gold glitter look for you. Some of you may recognize it because it's been sold out in spring, but now it's back and it's coming back on July 23rd. So save the date so you can have one of these babies right here. Not only do I have the amazing news that this palette is back, but actually you can enter the competition to win one of our 3 palettes that we're gonna be giving away here on YouTube. To enter the competition, subscribe on Love's YouTube channel and comment below why you should be one of the lucky winners. So I'm just gonna flip it like this, but it does have a mirror on the back, so it's really nice when you travel or you just need a mirror. I'm really liking this palette because the color scheme is amazing. You have everything you need. You have some basics, you have some little spark, and then you have the cherry on the top. Here we have the mattes, here you have some holographic and also some amazing pigmented colors like leather. This is absolutely my favorite. So without any further ado, let's get started. So as you can see, I already have prepared my base. I have put some foundation, some primer, also a little powder to mattify it. And now I'm gonna start with my favorite part, of course, the focus of this video, the eyes. So for that, I'm gonna be using this amazing palette, the Extended Rose Gold palette. For the crease, I'm gonna start by using Achiever. So it's actually this shade. I'm gonna start by using a fluffy brush to just create some depth in my crease. So just dab a little, and then let's get started. Don't apply too much all over your eye, you just want to create some depth, so just create a crease. Achiever is a really nice shade because it has kind of some earthly tone into it, but it also is a little pinkish, which is really nice because I have green eyes, so it's gonna bring out the color of my eyes even more. So on the days I wanna create a natural look, this is actually what I usually do. But today we're just adding a little more glam to our lives. So next step, I'm gonna use on my lid Lover, and it's this one. Lover is a really nice shade because it kind of has some golden, pinkish, beautiful tone. So I'm just gonna kind of add it all over my eyelid, just adding some luminosity to the eye. But actually afterwards, that's when we're gonna do the bang effect by applying, some eyeshadow, mixing it with the eye primer. Then we get a much more effectful and luminosity to our eye. So you want to add all over your crease, here close to your eyelash line. So we have the pinkish look at the moment, but now we're gonna start to create a bit more depth, a bit more sexy. So for that, I'm gonna be using my favorite color in this palette, and that is Leather. It's this one. It is absolutely my favorite just because it is the right and perfect reddish tone. It's actually one of the nicest reddish tones I've seen, and it's just so pigmented and it suits anybody, any eye color, and you're just gonna be looking fabulous. For that, I'm gonna be using a bit more dense brush, and that's because we want to apply specifically to certain points of the eye, because we don't want the eyeshadow all over the place, And you wanna start on your outer corner, and then also here in your inner corner, kind of creating, a sandwich with the eye. And this technique is actually called the dressed eye, because you're kind of dressing, you're putting some pants and some shirt into it, kind of. I don't know if that's the mentality behind it, but pretty much says a lot about the name. You see, I leave some space here. You don't want to apply all over because otherwise we lose space and you're just wasting eyeshadow. Because on that blank space, I'm gonna be adding another shadow, and that's a secret so far. Oh my gosh, you see, it's fantastic. And when you blend it with Achiever, it actually, instead of reddish, it turns into a bit more pinkish, a little bit more rosy tone. A little cherry, so you start to see a big difference between the 2 eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and do the next one. So start here, put the pants on, and then the shirt. So you see, even though it's very red, it's not covered all over. Leather takes the lead on this, but the next one is absolutely gorgeous and also very luminous, so it's gonna add that pang effect to our look. And for that, I'm gonna be using Dreamer, and that's absolutely one of my favorites. Also here, it has this amazing pinkish holographic look and tone, and it's also very pigmented, something I love about this palette. So we're gonna apply it here on the top of our eyelid. And it looks like this. So here actually I'm gonna blend it a little, and I have the PERFECTitude primer here. So I'm just gonna take a little, and some people like to use a brush. I'm just gonna use my finger and just apply it here on the blank space we have where we didn't apply a leather. Put a little there, so it's actually become kind of white. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I want the color to really pop, and so that the shade is very visible. So just dab it in the middle, and that kind of creates a pattern for where you're going to apply your shade. So with a flat brush, I'm going to be applying Dreamer on top of the primer, and as you can see, oh my goodness, you can really see the color coming through. It's just amazing. You can see in comparison to the other shadow that there is a bigger contrast here, but we're gonna fix that after, so don't worry about that. So I'm gonna do the same with my other eye. So now we have two eyes that are very like bright and colorful, but we want to kind of create a bit more softness. So for that we have to add a little more of depth, and for that I'm gonna be using Thinner. Thinner is a very beautiful color to kind of create the more smoky eye effect. It's not completely brownish nor black, so it has this pinkish, reddish, burgundy tone, which is perfect for this kind of eye makeup. So I'm gonna go in with a flat brush to just apply the color. However, because I want it to be soft, I'm gonna go in with a blending brush to blend it all over. As you can see, it kind of takes away the sharp lines and the big contrast between. So you wanna add a little also here in the inner corner. And it doesn't matter that your eyeshadow comes down a little, because we're gonna fix that afterwards. So you start to see that it's kind of blending, becoming soft, kind of like a nice rose gold harmony with a little touch of holographic. We have a whole galaxy going on here. So now when we have a base, we're gonna add that golden touch to it. So for that, I'm gonna be using Explorer. And that's one of the highlights of this palette. It has some creamy texture and it's really pigmented, and it's just, you know, the cherry on the top of this palette. Actually here, because it's a creamy texture, you could use a brush, but I prefer to use my finger. Also because you can play and blend it smoother. So you can see it here. It's kind of like butter. So with this shade, I'm gonna go here on top, just a little. When I see this shade, I think of gold. I don't know, for some reason, like it's basically putting a creamy gold on your eyelids. So you can see that we have something more going on here. Here is a bit more of purple. Here we start to get that rose gold feeling. You can also drag the Explorer shade a little down into your inner corner to try to make it a bit more luminous here. Especially I like to do that for my eye because, you know, it kind of disappears. So I want to open that up. And then the same here as well. You don't need to do it as extravagant as I did in this lid. You can do it also a little more toned down here, just in the middle, like this. But since I already did this here, we have to equalize it, you know. So what I love about this look is that we have some ombre situation going on here. You have a little more light here, then you have some purple, some reddish, some gold. It's just like a symphony of colors. So now I'm gonna go on with my lower lash line to finalize this look. I'm gonna start using Heartbreaker on my lower lash into the inner corner of the eye. This shade is one of the lightest colors in this palette, and it's really nice to kind of create the transition between, you know, this very sparkle into a little light, and then we're gonna apply a darker here. I like this color because it's a very, very cute baby pink shade. So now I'm gonna finish my lower lash by using Thinner, the exact same shade that I used to dress my eye earlier. And then you wanna kind of blend it into the other shade that we have here and kind of brush it upwards. Don't, you know, follow your natural shape. You can also apply a little here on the outer corner. And here just blend so it doesn't, you know, look like you have two different colors, but actually more like a nice transition. I really like working on the lower lash line because if you don't have much space like me, you can actually create it and do it on the other side. For the last touch, take a little more Explorer and just put it again Before applying mascara, I want to add more definition to my eye, so for that I'm going to be using an eyeliner. Very thin line, but very, very helpful. So for that, I'm going to be using this RoyaLINER. This is a liquid eyeliner and it's really nice because the tip is not too thick, so it's really easy to control the line. So I'm going to apply a very thin line, as close as possible to the lash line. I'm going to make a wing, but very subtle, not so, eye cat makeup. And now mascara, and for that I'm going to be using the Royal Lash. So this mascara is actually really nice because it has some strengthening booster. So it's not just a mascara, but actually like a treatment for your lashes. Now when my eyes are ready, I'm going to move on and warm up my face a little and add some definition. And for that I'm going to be using LOVE. This bronzer is actually not only blurring, but it also has SPF 15, so it's really nice to protect against the sun. So you kind of want to work in a 3. I'm quite pale, so I like to always drag it down a little. Also here on your décolletage. So you're actually not contouring, you're more giving your face a little sun-kissed touch. So this bronzer, you can put all over your face. And when you feel that you're done, then move on to blush. So for my cheeks, I'm going to be using the BLUSHment in number 50. Yes, Cheek Can. It has this beautiful luminous peachy pinky tone that's gonna look like you're blushing naturally. And it looks like this. It's beautiful, right? And for that, I'm gonna be using this beautiful holographic brush. So I'm just gonna apply the blush on my apple cheeks. So you can kind of go ahead and apply it like a highlighter. So this blush is very beautiful because it has like some highlighter in it, so I don't need to use any additional highlighter. So therefore we're just gonna continue with lips. So for my lips, I'm gonna be using this beautiful matte Devotion lipstick. It's a transfer proof and lightweight matte lipstick. It also has some vitamin E, so your lips are not gonna be dry after using this. I'm gonna be using the 760 pinkish shade. So now when I'm done with applying makeup, I'm gonna finish with some setting spray, and that's gonna make my makeup last longer. And for that, I'm gonna be using the LOVlights, and it's this amazing luminizing fixing spray, and it's basically like a snowball. It's like Christmas. You shake it and you have a whole party going on there. This is supposed to add some more luminosity to the makeup and not make it look so matte. And it smells really nice. I would say that this spray is really nice if you have applied way too much powder and you want to add some luminosity back. And then it's done. I hope you guys like this video. And if you don't know, with a new week comes a new video. So if you want to see more amazing looks like this, subscribe and click that bell button so you don't miss any of our videos. Also, remember to enter our giveaway to be one of the lucky winners from the 3 rose gold palettes that we're giving away. And don't forget that the extended rose gold palette will be available again from next week. Thanks for watching, and I hope you had a great time. See you next time. Bye!